Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to start a new chapter in civics. Chapter name is Why Do We Need a Parliament? If you see the name of this chapter, that why do we need a parliament, so you are going to understand that why we all people of India, people of any country, they need any kind of parliament. Parliament is a consist of two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in our India. So students, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both are the important two houses of our India. First we will see here little bit introduction that we in India pride ourselves on being a democracy. So what do you understand by democracy? In democracy means students where that the people they have right to vote and they have right to select their own government. So here in India we will see that taking decisions and democratic governments to have the consent of their citizens. So if any decision is taken by government, they have to take consent of their citizens. It is these elements that together make us democracy, and this is expressed in the institution of the parliament. Students, in this chapter we will try to see how the parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision making. Students, here our first topic is why should people decide? So as you all know that India got independence in 15th August 1947 and we are celebrating this day as a Independence Day. When we got this independence, during getting this independence, students, our freedom fighters, they fought lot for this all and they have put lot of effort to get this independence. And in this struggle, not only some people they participated, various background people are participated in this freedom struggle. And we are that time we all these freedom fighters they fought for equality, right? Freedom. So students, under colonial rule, the people had lived in a fear and they were not agree with the British government's decisions. So what happened? They faced grave danger. If they tried to criticize these decisions, then Britishers punished them. So the freedom movement changed this situation and the nationalists began to openly criticize the British government and make demands. So students, in 1885, the Indian National Congress, they demanded that there will be elected member for the legislature. They have right to discuss the budget and ask questions. The Government of India Act 1909 allowed some government that they got these kinds of rights. Students, so the Government of India Act 1909 allowed for some elected representatives. So what you understand it means? They didn't give right to each and everyone for vote. Only few people have right to vote. So these nationalists, they keep demanding. Okay. So the experience of colonial rule as well as the participation of different people in the struggle for freedom left little doubt in the minds of the nationalists. India would be able to participate in making decisions. With the coming of independence, we were going to be citizens of a free country. This did not mean that the government could do what it felt and like. It means that the government had to be sensitive the people's need and demands. So students, here nowadays also we are selecting our representatives by vote, right? In India we have universal adult franchisee. What is the meaning of this universal adult franchisee? It means every person have right to vote, either he is from any caste, creed, color or religion, right? So students, under this rule, every citizen of India have right to vote. So here in this picture you can see that all women, they all are also voting, and you can see nowadays that we are using EVM, electronic voting machine. Okay, so this machine came in first time used in 2004. In this topic, people and their representatives. Students, you can understand by the name of this topic that people and their representative. It means people, their decisions, then they are choosing their own representative. In democratic government, people, they are deciding that whom they want to choose. So the basic idea in this kind of democracy is that the individual or the citizen is the most important person, and that in principle the government as well as other public institution need to have the trust of these citizens. Students, here the one question is coming in our mind, that how does the individual give approval to the government? So how we can do this? How every person can give the approval? For example, if any decision is taken by government, like current days, we can see the current situation for NEET exam, right? The medical exam is happened before 2 to 3 days. So in this exam will be held or not. So this decision is taken by government, but the concern with all the people of the country. So how each and every person give their own approval for this decision? So through the representative of the parliament. So what happened, that these representatives are contact with their own public, so these institutions, and they ask them, and then they take their views, and then they give these views to the government. So the parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, control and guide the government. In this sense, people through their chosen representative form the government and also control it. This photo shows election staff using an elephant to carry polling material and EVM to polling station located in different terrain, right? So they are using and they are taking help of elephant. Now students, the next topic is the role of the parliament. So as we in starting, we already discussed that the parliament is consists of two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. And in Hindi, we know parliament as a Sansad. Students, if you will see that parliament that we have two in state government and central government, right? So how you will understand the difference between the work of central government and state government? Like for an example, you can see the decision of the Indian government to maintain peaceful relation with China. So who will take this decision? Central government. But like the decision of introduction of new train connection between Ajmer and Mysore, right? So this decision is taken by whom? State government and central government both. And sometimes that this kind of any exam of grade 8, okay, is becoming come in board exam or not, this kind of decision is taken by state government. So you can understand that these two governments, state and central, have their different role. Now here we will see the role of the parliament in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha.